caffeine in the world to slap you out of that REM cycle. Fortunately, they make very effective alarm clocks. Wake up. Test drive one.
Lease a 2014 ATS for around $299 a month, or a 2014 CTS for around $439 a month. Visit your Washington, D.C. Cadillac dealer.
Nobody wants to kick off a holiday weekend like this, but that's exactly what's happening right now in an industrial park just outside Atlanta, where an explosion and fire have forced evacuation.
This weekend looks great with high pressure to our west, but some showers to our north. Those two elements are going to be competing on Saturday.
Plus, thousands of fun-seeking tourists packed like sardines and mad about it. And that's just on the ride to the beach. We'll talk about staying safe even after you get there. Coming up.
DC streetcars, they've been on the tracks for months, but when will they start rolling through the district? And will people even ride them?
Plus, all right already. Donald Sterling apparently caves in his fight to hold on to the LA Clippers. Tonight, the final decision he may ever make as team owner.
We'll get to all of that, but first, two huge fires burning tonight. Right now, crews are on the scene of a 3-alarm fire in Fairfax County. It is in the 600 block of North Madison Street.
That is right along the Arlington County border in the Seven Corners area. We just arrived on the scene, and right now we can tell you there are a lot of fire units around there. As soon as we get more information, we're going to bring it to you very quickly.
Now to this building owned by a chemical company that is on fire in Marietta, Georgia right now. That is just outside of Atlanta. I mean, look at those giant flames and all that smoke. A cop patrolling the area noticed the fire, and by the time firefighters arrived, well, it had taken off. We've been watching this fire for over an hour. We've seen several explosions. We're told there are no toxic fumes in the air, but more than 200 people have been evacuated from that area as a precaution. Crews are pretty concerned that this could spread to nearby businesses in the industrial park.
Well, despite the fires out there, the holiday weekend is finally underway, and we all want to know one thing.
Yeah, Erica, what kind of weather can we expect for our outdoor plans?
Overall, the weekend is looking fantastic. It won't be quite as warm tomorrow as what we had today. We got up to 81 degrees today. You can see the cooler temperatures to our north, though. The high was only 71 in New York and 67 in Albany, and that was because of an area of low pressure sitting off the coast, bringing some showers and clouds up into New England and right above the Mason-Dixon line. Some of those showers could rotate all the way down into the D.C. metro tomorrow, and that would help to cap off our high temperatures. But it looks like it's going to be a dry weekend at the beaches. Ocean City, just a few clouds, a high of 68 tomorrow, 70 on Sunday, 77 on Monday. It looks fantastic at Bethany Beach as well. 70 degrees on Sunday, 75 on Memorial Day Monday. So a great weekend to head down the shore. If you're staying here in town, it looks great as well. As I mentioned before, just a slight chance for some showers in the afternoon. But as you wake up tomorrow morning, it's going to be mostly sunny. 48 to 55, though, a little on the cool side, and it will still be a bit breezy in the morning as well. If you've stepped outside within the past few hours, you know that those breezes are picking up out there. But with the mostly clear skies, there's a gorgeous view of a meteor shower. The name is really long and hard to pronounce, so we'll just call it the giraffe meteor shower because that is the constellation that it is associated with. The meteor shower began at 10:30, and it's expected to peak between 2 and 4 a.m. in the early morning hours, and you might be able to see anywhere between 100 and 400 meteors per hour. It should be a fantastic show, similar to the Perseid meteor shower if you've ever seen that one. That one occurs in August, and you can just kind of look up. The meteors will be everywhere, lighting up the sky. But along with that chance for showers on Saturday, we have some cooler temperatures in tomorrow's forecast. More on that coming up in the First Alert 7-Day. Back to you.
All right, as we wait for that, Erica, let's take a live look at the Bay Bridge. Doesn't look too bad tonight, but earlier today, it was bumper to bumper eastbound. Your standard pre-holiday herd rolling slowly to the beach for the long weekend, and you can bet it'll be packed again tomorrow as more travelers hit the road. Les.
All right, if Ocean City is your final destination this weekend, beware, Big Brother is watching. There are 9 new surveillance cameras covering the boardwalk. Police hope their presence will deter crime. They want this to be a safe summer for everyone who comes to visit. But of course, to get there, you got to drive, and driving you crazy is the sky-high price of gas. Filling up this weekend is not going to be cheap. We're paying some of the highest prices of the year. Gas in the D.C. metro averages $3.66 a gallon. That's 8 cents more than what we were paying last Memorial Day. Derek?
And while many consider Memorial Day to be the unofficial kickoff for summer, this is a holiday that was originally meant to be a time of reflection and remembrance of those brave men and women who died fighting for our country. Loudest commemorations is right here in D.C. It's the annual Rolling Thunder Ride for Freedom. We caught up with the group tonight at the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. They come out every year to show support and raise awareness of the missing in action and prisoners of war. The actual Rolling Thunder Ride is on Sunday. The group leaves the Pentagon at noon, and you'll know it when they come because they're loud.
New tonight, a woman studying to be a nun is heading to prison for killing her newborn son. Sosefina Amoa was sentenced to 4 years. She gave birth last October at the Little Sisters of the Poor convent in Northwest D.C. and then suffocated that baby. You will get arrested if you strip down in front of the White House like this guy did this afternoon. The Secret Service says Michel Bichard approached the officers and undressed. When they tried to subdue him, Bichard assaulted one of those officers. They arrested him and, of course, put some pants on him and then took him to the hospital to be checked out.
Well, things are starting to get ugly between Relisha Rudd's mom and grandmother. Instead of focusing on still trying to find the missing 8-year-old, they've been fighting. The WSA 9 investigative team obtained this temporary protective order showing Melissa Young's daughter, Shamika, has to stay away from her. Melissa claims she was assaulted by her daughter and 2 other family members last weekend. It happened at the D.C. homeless shelter where Relisha once lived with her mom. A court date's now been set for June 2nd, and that's when we'll hear Melissa's side of the story. As for Relisha Rudd, well, as we know, it's been more than 2 months since she disappeared with janitor Khalil Tatum, and his body was found in Kenilworth Park, died of an apparent gunshot wound to the head, self-inflicted wound.
What do you say to a man lying in a ditch pinned under a minivan? Somehow, Corporal Arvell Lewis found the words to comfort a fellow Prince George's County police officer. Bashua Olasia had pulled over a vehicle in Forestville yesterday. A minivan drove onto the shoulder, crashed into 3 police officers, or police cruisers, I should say, before landing on top of Olasia.
You know, we're here. We're gonna get this vehicle off. Relax. We're gonna relax. Everybody's gonna be okay. He's staying calm. We want to him talking kept us calm.
And they did get him out of there. Police say Olasia survived in part because he dove into a shallow ditch, soft from recent rain. Well, tonight he remains in intensive care, visited by a steady, thin blue line of fellow officers.
Well, the saga of embattled L.A. Clippers owner Donald Sterling may be about to come to an end. There's word tonight that Sterling is planning to give up his stake in the team to his wife, who would then put the team up for sale. Donald Sterling had defiantly refused to pay a $2.5 million fine from the NBA and had promised a court battle to hold on to his team. But apparently tonight, some second thoughts. A source familiar with negotiations says Sterling is now giving up his stake in the L.A. Clippers to his wife, Shelley, who's expected to sell. Sterling was banned from the NBA and fined that $2.5 million for a racist rant that his alleged mistress caught on tape.
Yeah, it bothers me a lot that you want to broadcast that you're associating with black people.
The NBA appointed a new CEO for the Clippers and said it would force Sterling to sell the team. Forbes magazine estimates the Clippers could be worth more than $575 million.
I don't know that he's giving up his fight. I think he might be changing tactics.
USC law professor Michael Chaslow specializes in sports contracts, and he says a long legal fight would deflate the team's market value.
I think what you're seeing is not Donald Sterling saying, oh, I don't prefer litigation. It's him recognizing the business realities that would mean that even if he were to win in litigation, he would lose on the business front.
Meantime, the business of the NBA goes on. The league moves forward with a hearing on June 3rd at which the owners could terminate Sterling's and his wife's ownership of the team. And the NBA commissioner, Adam Silver, says he does have the support of the required 3/4 of the other team owners that would force the Sterlings to sell.
The mystery is over. Tonight, we know where Toronto Mayor Rob Ford is getting treatment for his substance abuse issues. He's at Greenstone Clinic in Bala, Ontario. Ford decided to go to rehab after this video of him surfaced last month. It appears he is smoking a crack pipe. Last year, there was a similar video of him doing drugs. Despite all of the crazy headline-making antics, Ford says he is running for re-election in October. The head of Veterans Affairs wants veterans to feel safe when they visit VA medical centers. Secretary Eric Shinseki delivered this message saying the VA is redoubling its efforts with integrity and compassion to earn your trust. Shinseki is under fire for allegations of mismanagement at VA hospitals that may have led to veteran deaths. Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel told CBS This Morning's Charlie Rose, now is not the time for Shinseki to leave.
I think we've got to fix the problem. That's the real focus here. There's no higher responsibility our country has than to these people who served and sacrificed.
Government inspectors are investigating 26 health facilities after whistleblowers reported staff using secret waiting lists to hide how long it takes for veterans to receive care. Investigators are expected to deliver a preliminary report next week. A mountain climber from Kentucky says he is lucky to be alive tonight after falling 70 feet down an icy hole in the Himalayan mountains.
His name is John All, and he broke his arm, 5 of his ribs, dislocated his shoulders as he tried to break that fall. So what did he do once he stopped falling? What else? He reached for his cell phone and hit the record button.
I fell through that hole. Thankfully, I didn't keep falling that way. I'm going to have to somehow climb out that way.
Whew. Somehow is what we're talking about. He did manage to get out of there 6 hours later, and took him 3 more just to crawl to his tent. There he slept in agony until rescuers showed up the very next morning.
Boy, that is one amazing saga. We want to go back to our breaking news. Molalenge is in Arlington now at the scene. I think we're in Fairfax, actually, with more on this 3-alarm fire. Mola, are you there? In Fairfax, actually, with more on this 3-alarm fire. Mola, are you there?
Yeah, guys, we're here. It's Fairfax County. We're actually in Arlington. Technically, it's right on the border of Arlington and Fairfax County, but in Fairfax County. They've got Arlington County helping. They've got Annandale Fire Department personnel. You know, it's sort of right on the border of all three, but technically Fairfax County. We're at the Lockwood House. It is a senior living community, assisted living community here. About 99 apartments in all. That are here. They have all been evacuated. We're told no injuries. Now, firefighters responded to the scene here for a transformer smoking outside the building. When they arrived, they say that it had actually turned into a fire. I'm going to walk here a little bit with you. They say that once they arrived here, it had turned into flames that had actually spread inside the building. Now, they are dealing with electricity and natural gas pipes, so that right now is presenting the biggest challenge. They're not sure yet if it was an electrical fire or if it was a gas fire. That's still questions they need to answer. You see right here in front of me, they're working, they're digging. They've got some pretty big-sized industrial tools and machinery that's digging. They are working on shutting off the natural gas pipes so firefighters can finish extinguishing the fires. Now, the fire outside and the fire inside are both contained, I'm told, but they are still burning. Once these officials here with the local power companies are able to shut off gas and electricity, then firefighters can finish extinguishing the fires inside and outside. But again, we're told no injuries. They got about 120 to 150 firefighters. It is a 3-alarm fire, and they no injuries report yet. Everybody is out of the building, and everyone is safe. Leslie, Derek?
Right, Mola Lange reporting live from a 3-alarm blaze in Fairfax, right near the Arlington border. Thank you.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Get the most out of your entertainment with 100% fiber optic Verizon Fios, making life more entertaining with America's fastest, most reliable internet. That's powerful.
Now get more of what you deserve. Visit your local Benjamin Moore dealer today and get $50 off every $250 purchase.
You dreamt of a condo with a view. But then I showed you a suburb school, and the view of your daughter's future made a house look really cool. Let a RE/MAX agent guide you. RE/MAX, dream with your eyes open.
Business travel isn't just about the going. It's also about the going home and being connected all along the way. Whether you're working or recharging, do business travel on your terms. Acela, take off.
This place has got really good chocolate shakes.
What she said to me, I was so
That's a good look for you.
That was fun.
Yeah. Let me help you out with it.
Oh no, I got it.
You sure?
Just pop the trunk.
I may not know where the road will lead, but I'm sure my Subaru will get me there.
Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
To celebrate, visit your local Benjamin Moore dealer today and get $50 off every $250 purchase.
Helping you plan your day. WUSA 9's First Alert Weather.
Holiday weekend, meteor showers.
That's right. We had that meteor shower tonight, and it's kind of interesting that it was this newly discovered comet, and this is the first time it's going to be passing by Earth in a way that we can see those meteors. So maybe we'll get a new light display out there and good weather for it because we have those clear skies out there right now. Let's take a look outside with the Michael and Son weather cam. Oh, there goes one. Just kidding. You can't see it on this shot right now. Right now, 66 degrees and nice low relative humidity. What that does is it kind of limits the ability of the city lights to cause that light pollution. So when you have low humidity, you have a better chance of getting to see some of those meteors. But we also have a little bit of a breeze there. North-northwest winds at 14 miles per hour, gusting to 18. As we start the day on Saturday, it is going to be a little bit on the chilly side, and we could see an afternoon shower as we head through the day. But that's the worst of it. We're going to see beautiful weather for the rest of the weekend and sunshine and warmer temperatures coming into the forecast on Sunday. You can see here on our satellite and radar all that rain, and boy, it's raining. It's pouring right now in New York City. Thank goodness we don't have that, right? On 9 Futurecast, you can see, though, the showers are going to start to descend toward us. We're still dry on Saturday morning, but then some of these sprinkles and showers moving in. 3 p.m., 9 Futurecast picking up on the possibility of a line of showers developing along the Beltway and through southern Maryland. However, it is very dry right now, and most of these showers, I think, aren't even going to really manifest. We'll just see some clouds bubbling up in the afternoon and maybe a few sprinkles. Sunday, though, we're back to the dry weather, and it looks like the worst of it is going to be further to the north. So if you were planning on going up 95 for this weekend, maybe you're better off staying down here because our weather is going to be better. On Monday, a warm front starts to approach, but it doesn't bring us any rain, and that will hold off until Tuesday. Now, overnight tonight, mostly clear to partly cloudy, 48 to 55 for your overnight lows. We'll have northwest winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And in the morning, it is going to be a little on the chilly side, but I'd say comfortably cool. 50s and 60s on Saturday morning, those north winds at 10 to 15. And in the afternoon, we'll get up into the upper 70s. So pretty typical for this time of year, temperature-wise. Just that chance for an isolated shower, and those northwest winds tapering off a little bit, 5 to 15 miles per hour. So green weather alerts for the next 3 days. This isolated shower is certainly nothing worth canceling your plans about. It's not going to be a big deal. Sunday, even better though, a high of 80 degrees, tons of sunshine, and Memorial Day, it continues. It will be a bit breezy, but warmer and lots of sun with a high of 85. In the first alert 7-day forecast, we'll have an 85-degree high again on Tuesday, but that's when that front arrives with the showers and thunderstorms. And a lingering storm is possible on Wednesday as well with a high of 80 degrees. Looks like it'll be dry on Thursday, and then Friday maybe another thunderstorm possible. But this weekend, boy, we have great timing this holiday weekend. Normally we end up having to dodge some storms or something, but we're lucking out this time around.
We are. And I'm grateful for it.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, you know, Dave says the sports are so wacky tonight that he's calling himself Count Wackula.
And how can I top that?
Oh,
See
man.
those guys throw out bad ceremonial first pitches? Well, ask yourself, was it as bad as this? Check this out. Tyler Clippard. Look at this pitch. Whoa! Throwing throwing the rainbow ball. And I don't think it's come down yet. That wasn't, yeah, that, that wasn't the only problem for the Nats. Next.
We know gas prices are driving you crazy, so win $1,000 of free gas from WUSA 9. Text GAS to 25543. Follow the link to enter on Facebook. You could win WUSA 9's $1,000 gas giveaway. What are you waiting for? Step on it.
Save 50% store-wide with Regency's Memorial Day values. Beautiful one Regency bedroom collections, all 8 pieces now $6.98. Plush contemporary 2-piece sectionals only $6.95. Plus free delivery at Regency Furniture today.
It's a bits and bytes world we live in. That's why of our millions of digital readers, so many like to experience the Sunday Washington Post unplugged. In its original, touchable, comics in color, pass it around form, all for an unbelievable 79 cents a week. And that even includes unlimited digital access on all devices. Because not every day is a Sunday. Postbestdeal.com.
So what do you think? You gonna take it?
You're breaking up with me?
Oh. Yeah. Brooklyn?
Sir? Sir? Huh? Yeah, I'll take it.
Don't let it pass you by. The BMW X1, the ultimate driving machine. Lease a BMW 320i sedan, 228i coupe, or X1 for as low as $319 a month.
Ever see a friendship form out of the blue? Or a picture worth more than 1,000 words? Do you know how to speak awesome? Or just find yourself in awe? In a place where happy meets go lucky. It's time to leave the to-do list in the dust. Hello, Sunny. Get to know Greater Fort Lauderdale.
May is a month of celebrations, from Cinco de Mayo to Mother's Day to graduations. And now your Chevy dealer is giving you plenty of reasons to celebrate every day in the month of May.
Everyone's gonna be jealous.
Get great offers on Chevy's most fuel-efficient lineup ever and start celebrating. This Memorial Day, current lessees can get this sign and drive lease on a 2014 Chevy Cruze LT for around $173 per month. Celebrate May in a new Chevy. Find new roads.
It's Regency's Memorial Day sale with 50% savings store-wide. Hundreds of sofas in new colors, styles, and fabrics at the lowest prices. Plush Regency reclining sofas only $5.95. Plus free delivery at Regency Furniture today.
Now, WUSA 9 Game on Sports with Dave Owens, brought to you by Xfinity.
All right, Maryland's women's lacrosse team is in a rebuilding year. Yeah, right. They rebuilt like the San Antonio Spurs rebuild, and some of the names change, but every year they end up in the same spot, the Final Four, this time at the Towson University just outside of Baltimore. Let's check it out. First half, this is Northwestern in purple, and Christy Turner says, "Purple rain, purple rain." Not too often Maryland behind. Second half, though. How about Howard County's finest, Zoe Stuckenberg? Terps score 6 of the next 8 goals, and they are rolling. A little later, Kelly McPartland. McPart, the Red Seas. Lady Terps championship bound again. They win it 9-6.
We came out and we fought hard from the very beginning against an opponent who we know is very tough, who we haven't seen all season, and we fought for an entire 60 minutes, and that was crucial for our success today against a team like that.
Yeah, Derek was not booing the Terps, he was booing me. Ladies take on Syracuse Sunday. The men take their turn tomorrow at M&T Bank Stadium. They face Notre Dame in the Final Four. Of course, this is ACC versus ACC, so bound to be some fireworks here. Maryland coach John Tillman says, control the adrenaline, fellas.
Come out with a lot of energy. I think coming out and then managing the moment, we're going to be really excited. I know the last 2 weeks we have been, and I think the first week against Cornell, we really didn't manage our emotions very well. We want to play with emotion, but we don't want to be emotional.
All right, Nats taking on the Pirates. We saw Tyler Clippard throw the parabola ball earlier. Well, Jordan Zimmerman put it right over the plate, and Pedro Alvarez says, thank you very much. He delivers with the homer to deep center, 4-0 Pirates. To the ninth, Ian Desmond says, don't call it a comeback. Josh Harrison says, okay, I won't. I won't call it a comeback. Nats fall just short, 4-3. All right, back to Maryland. The baseball team is streaking in a good way. 11 straight. A win tomorrow, and they're in the ACC championship and a possible spot in the NCAA tournament. Terps beat Florida State today, 5-3. Let's move it down a level. DC City Championship. This is the semifinals. The young men out there. Bottom of the fifth, St. John's Nico Jenkins singles to right for St. John's. St. John's beats Wilson 4-0. Sorry there, Derek. St. John's versus St. Albans in the city title game tomorrow at Nats Park. Redskins news. Trent Murphy is on the books. No, we're going to Ray Rice. Ray Rice addressing the media today for the first time since the ugly incident at an Atlantic City casino where an altercation occurred and ended with him dragging his wife's limp body out of an elevator right there. Rice wishing he could turn back time.
As me and Janae wish we could take back 30 seconds of our life, we definitely sit here today and tell you that, you know, we are better parents, we are better lovers, and we're also better friends throughout the situation.
All right, following tonight, a segment I like to call Read Between the Lines. We take a soundbite from an athlete and tell you what they're really thinking. Tonight, first up, Wizards free agent Marcin Gortat, who was asked, what factors will convince you to stay in D.C. next year? Marcin.
I ain't going to lie. Number one thing is going to be probably a point guard. I can't play with blind point guards. I can't do that.
Translation. John Wall, love ya 90% of the time, but that 10% where you go all Stevie Wonder, hoist up shots and stop seeing your teammates, the Polish Hammer doesn't like that. So I don't like that. Let's move on here. One more, but this time it's not a sport. Check it out. So, Leslie Foster, what do you think of your co-anchor, Derek McGinty?
Ooh, Derek, he's, like...
Translation, McGinty is crazy. That's the translation there.
I didn't.
Yeah, that's my translation on
All
that
right, I am left
you keep proving
in
it,
that
though.
rare spot known as speechless.
Rap. We'll be right back.
McGinty is crazy.
It's the Doctors Too Hot for TV 2.
I just don't believe I'm seeing this on TV.
On the Doctors.
Monday morning at 9 on WUSA 9.
So glad you are my friend. Say yes, and it's a yes day. This summer, say yes to coasters. Book your getaway at HersheyPark.com.
This is Mia's new Honda CR-V. The same car that will let the world know that she loves rock and roll. With the Econ button that will help her save a little gas when she sees that same barn house the second time.
Hey, Dad, it's
And
me.
the Bluetooth that will assure her she can always move back home and pay rent.
Okay, Dad.
Start something special now with the CR-V from KBB.com's most trusted car brand. Visit your local Honda dealer today.
This is the barbecue that Steve threw. These are the legendary ribs that were served at the barbecue that Steve threw. This is the bond that was inspired by the ribs that were served at the barbecue that Steve threw. These are the amazing real deals that led to the bond that was inspired by the ribs that were served at the barbecue that Steve threw. This is the store that offered the savings that, well, you know, giant.
TV's come a long way. From color to the remote to flat screens. Now it's taking a quantum leap. Introducing Fios Quantum TV. Record up to 12 shows at the same time. Store up to 200 hours of entertainment in HD. Plus watch live TV anytime with the Fios mobile app. Redefining what TV can be? That's powerful.
At Koons, making people happy is what we do. One happy Koons crown at a time. And that's what made Koons the #1 selling Toyota dealer, the #1 selling Ford dealer, #1 GM dealer, #1 Jeep dealer, and on and on and on. And right now, with some of our biggest Koons Wow Price May savings ever, there's a whole lot of Koons happy going on. Over 2 million happy Koons crowns and counting. When you're talking cars, you're talking Koons.com.
Marlowe Furniture is having a huge Memorial Day sale. So if you think you've seen low prices, How about 50% savings plus free delivery? Or 50 months no interest financing plus free delivery. Your choice at Marlowe Furniture. 50% savings or 50 months no interest financing plus free delivery.
Marlowe has the biggest selection and the largest showrooms for over 60 years.
Bring your style to life at Marlowe. So glad you are my friend. Say yes, and it's a yes day. This summer, say yes to more family time. Book your Kids Stay, Play, and Eat Free package at HersheyPark.com.
WUSA 9 News is sponsored in part by your local Toyota dealers.
Go. Because we arrived here. Go. We arrived here at the Lockwood House. It is a senior living facility in Fairfax County, just County, to a fire coming from a transformer outside of the building. And once they arrived, the fire had spread inside the building, first floor. They had to evacuate the facility. They had to get 99 rooms evacuated. These are elderly folks as well as some disabled folks. They did manage to get everybody out of the building. Now I'm told the fire is still burning. There are still some flames, but it is contained. Sprinklers are handling that. They have to shut off gas and electricity, which is what they're doing right there. That's the reason why they're digging. Once they do that, they can finish extinguishing the fire. But the good news is no injuries and everything does seem to be under control. Back to you.
All right, and because of that fire, we were unable to bring you Mola's original story on the progress of the district's streetcar system, but we've put that story on our website. You'll find it under headlines.
And that's our broadcast for tonight. Have a great holiday weekend. Thank you for watching WUSA 9 News. For weather radar, live traffic, and